Good afternoon. Welcome to the press conference for Iga Swiatek. Please raise your hand if you would like to ask a question. Iga, into the Wimbledon final. Just give us your thoughts on the match.
Well, for sure, I played great and I felt like I could put pressure on Belinda from the beginning. So, I felt just, good and in the zone. I was focused from the beginning till the end. So it was a really solid performance.
Jonathan?
Hi, Iga. Congratulations.
Thank you.
If someone said to you at the start of the season that your best slam performance so far would be here at Wimbledon, what would you have said?
Well, probably, well, I'm not going to say I wouldn't believe because I kind of, believe, and I know in tennis a lot can happen, but I don't know. I guess I would think that I would need to do a lot to be in this place and learn a lot before. So I don't know. Too hypothetical.
Liam?
Hi, Iga. Liam from Quality Shots. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It was a very hot day today. Do you think that had an impact in your ability to maximize your game style?
That's a good question. Hard to say, because I also felt good, in like 22 degrees. So for sure the ball bounces a bit higher, and that's what I always kind of said, that if it should be easier for me when it's a bit hotter. But on the other hand, this year I felt good in both conditions, So I guess I was just playing really well today, and I think I would go for it the same way, go for my shots, even if the conditions would be different. But for sure, I felt comfortable,
Charlie?
There you go, well done. It felt like right from the start of this tournament, the mood was maybe slightly different than normal, where normally you've come from winning Roland Garros and really tight turnaround, etc. I just wondered if you found it different, if you felt liberated almost by not having all the same expectations around you and all the questions about whether this was going to be the year you'd win Wimbledon.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know, it's... I think I'm not going to have seasons where the pressure is not going to be kind of forced on me from the expectations from the outside, anymore. So every year, I guess it's kind of the same, but I feel sometimes I can handle it better or ignore it, sometimes a bit worse, but I don't know, honestly, I think it's easier to win if you haven't won Roland Garros, and also if you had more time to practice. So if I win Roland Garros and then I come here and everybody asks me, already about, they put super high expectations, it's not kind of logical for me. So I have no influence on that.
Eleanor?
Yeah, just similar. Have you surprised yourself with what you've done here so far?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, for sure.
Molly?
There you go. Congrats today. In terms of if you were to win on Saturday, you join a very small list of players who have won a Grand Slam on each of the three surfaces. I wonder, was that ever a goal in your head? Is that a goal that you would ever set yourself, wanting to be that quote-unquote kind of complete player to have achieved that success on all three surfaces?
Not really, because I never thought it's going to be possible. So yeah, I'm not, as I said after my last match, I'm not this kind of person that sets, these kind of goals. I kind of live tournament by tournament, and it's not like I wake up and I'm like, okay, I'm going to win 3 slams this year, because that's not how I work, So I'm more I have more down-to-earth goals, practicing day by day, and this is what has always been working, and I never had, goals like that, I would say.
Hi, Iga, and congratulations. Compared to your 5 first Slam finals, how different does this one feel? Do you enjoy it perhaps a bit more, since it was perhaps a bit more unexpected at the beginning of the fortnight?
Well, honestly, every Slam was totally different. It's hard to compare these journeys, but for sure, for now, I've been enjoying, just this new feeling of being a bit more comfortable on grass. So I'm kind of maybe thinking about it a bit more. And yeah, for sure, I'm enjoying it. But obviously, there have been slams where I enjoyed my game as well.
Robert, Energy Radio London. Congratulations, nicely done. Iga, you are an inspiration to millions of young people around the world. Kids who are watching you reach the Wimbledon final are dreaming that one day they could be standing on that same court. What's one piece of advice you would give them to help make that dream come true?
Well, one piece of advice I would recommend, finding good people around you, because even though it's an individual sport, like, you're not going to do it on your own, and for sure you need some experience around you to guide you and to help you in the toughest moments, but obviously, like, just work hard because like, yeah, when I was at school I wasn't even thinking about being here. I just kind of worked, and year by year it became more and more possible.
Ben?
Having a sort of vintage bakery set of yours in the semi-final of Wimbledon, do you feel like you're at full comfort on the surface now that you're playing well enough, the grass is no longer a sort of hill you have to climb, that you're sort of already atop of it and have figured it out?
Well, I don't know what's ahead of me, so I have no idea what's gonna happen. I feel like I could play my game, and I could just be like proactive and kind of lead in these matches. But obviously, like, I'm gonna have different matches in my career, so it's hard right now for me to predict if I already got everything covered or not.
Willie?
What are your thoughts about what Amanda has done to get here and what the final will be like?
Well, I haven't followed her previous matches today. I followed because I was playing after, so I didn't watch though. So for sure, she must be playing great. She also had great tournament before Wimbledon, so she knows how to play on grass, and with her game style, the surface, fits her. So it's gonna be a challenge, but yeah, I haven't watched a lot, so I'm gonna just prepare tactically tomorrow, and that's it.
What do you make of her journey from her break and getting back to this point?
Well, anybody who struggles and gets back at better level deserves a lot of respect, and for sure Amanda is one of these players that kept going forward in tough situations. So I always wish her the best. We know each other since juniors, so yeah, it's good job for her.
Iga, congratulations. Just want to ask you one more question about the weather. We saw a few fans today struggling with the heat. Obviously, during your game, there was a stoppage while someone was taken out, and we, of course, hope that person is okay. I just want to ask, do you think in those circumstances where it is so hot in this country that people do start passing out, and it does affect the players, that maybe on centre court and court one, the roof should be closed and the air conditioning turned on, just to make the atmosphere a little more easier on everyone?
Well, for sure, I wish this person the best. I don't know exactly what happened, but, well, I think it's not possible for the tournament, because I think the tournament is supposed to be, like, outdoors tournament, and from what I saw and heard on different tournaments, it's not, they're usually not willing to close the roof when it's not raining, when it's not a necessity. I'm not sure why. Maybe there are some rules or something, but I don't know. On some courts, when you close the roof, there is no air conditioning anyway. So here, I think they need air conditioning to make the grass less humid, but if it would help, yeah, I think so. But it's not my job kind of to predict, how it's going to affect the people, and hopefully there are not going to be many more incidents like that, and but I don't know how to prevent that.
Last question, Matt.
You mentioned that you're enjoying the grass more, grass court tennis more. Other than the winning, what are the things about playing tennis on grass that you have begun to like?
Well, I think there's no place to overthink here. So you kind of have to follow your instincts, and if that is going well, and you can rely on them for sure, you feel, you know, comfortable. So this is kind of fun in some way and different than on other surfaces where you have like more time to build a rally or something. And yeah, well, as you said, when you're playing well, it's easy to enjoy. But I would say this is the main like difference.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll switch to Polish.